Okay, can you see yourself online yet?
No. Yeah, got it.
Okay. I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes, see if anybody is online. Hi everybody, I'm Jim Lindsay from JDL Pinball and welcome to the stream. This event was recorded a couple of weeks ago on the 22nd of June 2019 at Balls and Balls Fulda in Germany. It was a final of a Swiss mode tournament for the part of the IFPA Olympics 2019 series, and the final was played between Franck Bona of France, Ben Moser, Robert Sutter and Levente Tregova, all from Switzerland. So Franck had everything to play for. Okay, so at this particular final I was playing in a second tournament, which unfortunately meant I couldn't do a commentary of this final. I did promise the finalists that I would do an over commentary, which is what we're going to try now. So firstly, an illusion. The picture behind me is designed to look like the streaming event itself, but this is purely an illusion created by XSplit VCam. And if I remove the background picture, you can see, in fact, I am at home in our pinball lounge. So, back to the show. We will now switch to the pinball view, where the four players are in play on Iron Maiden, and the first player is Robbie Sutter. So Iron Maiden, a new and very popular game from Stern, designer of course Keith Elwin, machine I have at home as well, so I know reasonably well. This is the Pro version, which in a lot of ways is easier to play than the LE or the Premium. So Robbie just achieves his eddy letters to light battle, but unfortunately drains down the left out lane. Okay, so second player to step up will be Franck Bona from France, French #1 player. I think sensibly just letting the tilt bob settle slightly before starting this ball. so apologies, this is Frank asking Toby, the tournament director, to turn the volume on the machine up. Thank you very much, Frank, that's very considerate. Okay, so Frank straight off with a skill shot, but no ball save, I don't think. Ah, there is, must be a very, very short one. So again, first job here, collect some Eddie letters in order to start the first mode. The first mode he will select will be selected here, which is Flight of Icarus. Okay, so really should be starting his mode. To start the mode, you shoot straight up here. Okay, so 34 million. Okay, but not anything amazing. Okay, so Ben Moser, again from Switzerland. From Zurich area, I believe. Okay, so he appears to be going more for Mummy. Mummy is hitting the captive ball here until you light the word Mummy, and then shoot the centre shot for the Mummy lock, sarcophagus lock. So immediately starts his first mode, which again is Flight of Icarus. Flight of Icarus is a matter of shooting left and right ramps, indicated by the yellow flashing targets. The ramps are very difficult shots. There is virtually no space on the left to go between the bumpers, and I tend to use this mode more to light locks rather than shoot for ramps. Nice catch of the ball. Oops, and that bounced pretty much through the flippers. Okay, so a bit of bad luck there for Ben. Let's see what player 4 Levente can do. So Levente been out and done some shopping. Almost certainly alcoholic. Sorry, Levente. The Olympics has been an amazing tournament weekend with some 11 tournaments over 4 days. So a lot of pinball being played. Okay, so here goes Levente. The choice of song at the beginning makes no difference apart from the music. It makes no difference to the strategy of the game. So enables its ×2 or activates ×2 playfield. Remind me to tell you how to do that. Okay, so he needs one more ready letter, which you will get from this orbit shot here. Okay. Okay, so Eddie complete. Next shot will start a mode, which again will be Flight of Icarus. In tournament mode, Flight of Icarus is selected by default. You can change it by shooting through this spinner before you light battle. Okay, so again, he seems to be playing for mummy multi-ball. So, captive ball again? No. So, Flight of Icarus begins. Levente will be almost certainly shooting ramps here. Oops, nearly tilts. Okay, so he starts mummy multi-ball, and in fact while the Icarus is running, which is very clever because they're shooting the same shots. And Levente's shot accuracy is sometimes quite amazing. So very quickly jumping up to first place. And back to single ball play. And drains on the left. So 41 million plus bonus. Okay, 41 million including bonus. Again, respectable first ball, but not unpassable. So, let's see what Robbie can do with ball 2. Robbie currently 20th in the world, played in the World Championship last weekend, as in fact Franck, Bona and Levente did as well. Very nice ramping and very nice control. Wow. This is a demonstration of a very effective way of playing Iron Maiden. I don't think I've ever seen anybody score as many ramps in such a short period of time. So, what he really wants to be doing is starting a mode with these ramps. But that was an amazing Flight of Icarus, 40.5 million on one mode. That's impressive. Yeah. Okay, here comes Franck. Again, plays the skill shot very, very effectively. There are very many different strategies on this machine. This is looping. Looping is very effective strategy, very effective scoring strategy. You enable loop jackpots by very, very nice control of the ball. Enable loop jackpots with so many loops, and then you claim the loop jackpots with more loops. So claims 30 million on Tomb Treasure, as times 2 playfield was lit. That's normally 15 million. He's also getting closer to locks being lit. He has the green light lit here for trooper locks. Sorry, the sarcophagus lock for the mummy multi-bar. So into Flight of Icarus, the first mode. And he's already on 114 million without having played a mode yet. So now has trooper locks lit. So we'll shoot the first lock up here, which he did. The ball will then feed back down here. He can catch that on his top flipper, on his bottom flipper. There's lock 2. went for the orbit there for lock 3, which is a harder shot than the inner orbit at the top. But there he goes. So this is Trooper Multiball. Trooper Multiball, all the blue shots light for jackpots. I think it's 5 jackpots, but I could be wrong, before the super jackpot lights up here in this alley lane shot. So this is a nice performance from Franck. This is looking good. So quite a generous ball saver on this. You can now see this is lit here for super jackpot. He also has an adder ball if he goes straight up the centre. So it's hit the super jackpot, so these shots now turn to green. This one here turns to green to become a jackpot worth more points. So he gets it. Super jackpot lit again at the dead end. Already going in for that. And he was actually shooting for the other ramp, I think, there. Oh. Manages not to tilt. Another thing these top players are extremely good at is judging the amount they can push a machine before tilting. Okay, so this is Mummy Multiball. He now needs to hit the captive ball, which he does for the first jackpot. And he needs to hit lots of switches, which you normally do with spinners, before the captive ball lights for the second jackpot. Adder ball in this multi-ball is by shooting both ramps. So Franck demonstrating why he's not only French champion, but also currently 12th in the world. So jackpot lit again on the captive ball. Did he hit it? No, I don't get quite qualified. Okay, he gets it there. So now he really wants to get the left orbit right orbit for the power jackpot. Okay, take a minute, Franck. That's a lot of work. Okay, so what he's pointing at here, complete all of these triangles and you get towards Cyborg Multiball. They're also shown here on the display. So he needs 4 ramps in order to qualify super ramps. Cyborg Multiball, a very, very valuable multi-ball. Okay, but very, very nice ball, including bonus. 265 million, very, very nice ball. Okay, so here's Ben. Let's see what Ben can do with his ball too. So going for Eddie. When he drains, is that finished? Yep, no, that's ball save time is set very, very short on this machine. So player 4, Levente, stepping up for ball 2. This so far is proving to be definitely an exciting final. So he's immediately shooting there for the drop targets. The drop target, the green flashing drop target, is now completed, so he's got trooper locks enabled. Wow. That's, I would have definitely tilted that. Okay, so that's ball lock 1. He needs 3 more ready letters, which he really wants to complete before he starts the trooper multi-ball. That's okay, that's lock 2, and how many letters left? 1 more letter left, so he needs to get the centre shot, be careful, before the lock. That's what he didn't want. Okay, so that's trooper started. He would have got, I think that's Fear of the Dark, that second one down, I'm not positive. Would have been even more valuable had he managed to start the mode first before the multi-ball. Levente, a very, very capable multi-ball player. His flipper controls, his little tip passes during multi-ball are amazing. And staging, yep, staging is just like second nature. Okay, but he's down to 2 balls, so he really needs to do something near his own green jackpots. That will take him to a super jackpot, if he can manage to get them. That's 1. Okay. Second one he'll probably go for will be the loop. Okay. So he's got the super jackpot lit now. That is worth some pretty big points if he can cash that in. Right. Okay, this time, yes, he gets it. So that was super jackpot of 7 million. The arrows now change colour again to white or yellow, depending how colourblind you are. So you see these jackpots are now 2.7 million each, so anyway, I think he's back out of multi-ball now. So starts the next mode, oh, hallowed be thy name, and that, if that had been coupled with Trooper, would have been another 100 million on top of this score. Okay, so hallowed be thy name is about completing shots in order. So he's already hit the captive ball for the first shot. He now needs to hit these drop targets, I believe. So the LED light is right in the middle of the display. So unfortunately loses the ball there, but that's again respectable ball 2 score of 130 million. Levente will be wanting first place on this game, as will all the other players. Okay, so Robbie Sutter, ball 3. Let's see what Robbie can do. He's first of all chasing 265 million from Franck, so nothing much to ask for there. So 1 more ready letter to get, and again he's hallowed be thy name is the next choice. So in a loop he will play for the last of the Eddie letters, and then he needs to play straight up the centre for start of the mode. Okay, so hallowed be thy name. Okay, so shoot the captain ball. Sorry, shoot an orange shot, then show the captain ball. Then shoot an orange shot. That was an orange shot, that was. And then shoot the drop targets. load them. Okay, show us more ramps. Yeah, I think he got them all in one go there. So next, shoot another area shot. Yeah, and then shoot the soul shot. The centre shot up the middle, sorry, is the escape shot. And then shoot the soul shot. We missed it. But it's amazing how that ramp gets a lot smaller when you're on this final shot. It's a hurry up, of course. So escape bonus 8 million. Soul shot lit for 14 million. And he got it, yeah. Soul shard he has to shoot here, and if you shoot centre, oh, he's gone for the trooper multi-ball. Okay, it's strange. Because the soul shard is a hurry up as well, it counts down. If you hit it right in the centre, you get 3 times soul shard value, so that would have been 42 million. But not going to try and teach Robbie how to play pinball. He's a far more capable pinball player than I will ever be. So he's not actually scoring very many points here. He's doing a lot of work. But still 2 balls in play, so takes the power jackpot at 88 million. Wow. Okay. Maybe Robbie did know what he was doing after all. Okay, so he's already past Franck. He's got the other ball, so he's keeping the multi-ball going. This is really quite a tremendous play. Score value going up very quickly. Down to 2 balls, down to 1 I think. Okay, so 290 million, captain ball. Oh no, didn't quite get it. Yep, so advancing towards mummy jackpot. Very confusing this game because it goes so quickly. It's very difficult to actually see what mode the player's in next. So we are in mummy multi-ball at the minute. And he's also making this score very well. So just to remind you what my multi-ball is about, switch hits and then captain ball, and that's all. Alternate ramps for under ball. So gets the last mummy multi-ball jackpot, and then takes the Pharaoh's Tomb treasure of 15 million down around the right orbit. Okay, so was it 50 million he started this ball on? And progressing towards the next battle with 2 more Eddie letters. There's one. He now has super slings. Super slings during multi-ball is nice. Unlucky. But that's a great ball. 331 plus bonus. Tremendous to pull that many points back. So 350 million. That's awesome. But here's Franck. Franck will be looking to pass that. So, okay, takes the 15 million first. Okay, and building towards his next battle. One more Eddie letter required. Okay, so that's battle ready. And his mode again. Oh, is he going to tilt? So unlucky. Nearly managed to pull it out. That would have been Hallowed Be Thy Name, which would have almost certainly guaranteed him first place, or to be able to pull in front of Robert. So we might have a bit of a break now while we wait for the machine to settle down a bit. Levente very considerately moves my streaming rig back in position. Thanks, Levente. And Ben steps up for his ball 3 with a long way to go, but this is a machine where, as you've seen, everything is possible. But he really needs some easy points. The thing about Iron Maiden is to take the easy ones first. The easy Eddie letters are up the centre and this inner orbit. Okay. You need 5 Eddie letters to start a mode, and that really is your first objective. Get the mode running, and you've still got easy Eddie letters left. As you go further up the modes, you get to the point that the only Eddie letters available are on the ramps, and so you have to be able to shoot the ramps in order to get to the next mode. So he's in Mummy Multiball here. There are players that play nothing other than Mummy. Unfortunately drops out there. Get the other ball? Yes they did, yeah. So that was nicely played, Ben. Oh, but that was unfortunate. They were very, very quick drains. Okay, he'll be soon at his Trooper multi-ball if he keeps knocking the drop targets down. One more ready letter, so okay, that should complete. Battle now lit. And this is Ace of Sai, I think, yeah. Okay, Ace of Sai is a 2-ball multi-ball. Shoot the blue shots for fighter jackpots. Once you've completed enough fighter jackpots, you get bomber jackpots, which is basically the same idea, but it's a roving shot rather than fixed shots. If you get enough bomber jackpots, you get a soul shard. You get a soul shard lit. So Ace of Sai, not a very high scoring multi-ball. There is an adder ball available here. I don't know whether he's played that or not yet. So back to sing. Oh no, we're still in Ace of Sai, are we? Okay, no, sorry, back to single ball play. So he now has Trooper Locks lit. That will probably be his next objective, but he does need to get a second mode to go in with Trooper to stand a chance of catching up with the scores that are on the table at the moment. So he's 3 more letters for Eddie, so he really needed to shoot ramps there in order to get the Eddie letters to get another mode running while he was playing Trooper. Easy to say from a commentary position, not easy to do when you're playing the game. making some good points during this multi-ball. Building up ramps, building his way towards power jackpots. Everything in this machine is about progress. So no shot lost. Okay, unfortunately that's the drain, so Ben finishes in last position on 97? 98 million. 98 million is not a poor score, so no shame there. Okay, so Levente will be chasing, first of all, Franck at 272, and he'll have his eyes on getting into first place. He's certainly very capable of doing that. Okay, so plays a short plunge. I think that's because his mummy ball nearly ready. How many Eddie letters does he have? Only one. Okay, so he's got a long way to go to Eddie. That side-to-side action on Iron Maiden is very, very dangerous. So he'll probably continue going for mummy and glance off the captive ball to take another Eddie letter. Yep, which is what he does. Okay, so mummy starts. Immediately shooting ramps to get an adder ball. And then shooting orbits to get spinners. Oh, and he loses the ball. That's very sad, because it was playing that so nicely. Okay, so he gave him the last jackpot. He's now on 176. 100 million to go to catch Franck. He's got Pharaoh's Tomb Treasure on the right orbit, which he'll play. 15 million. They all count. And two more towards Eddie. And the Eddie is either, I think it's Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, that one. The flashing target here. Okay, that completes Eddie. Up the centre starts Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, and this is again a two-ball multi-ball, which you first of all had to hit the centre on a hurry up, which he does. This is a very, it's not a fairly complicated mode. The shots that light first are all on the left hand side of the playfield, so 4 shots, and you have to hit you have to hit those. Is he out of multi-ball? Okay, so he's already dropped out of that multi-ball. Maybe get a chance to explain that another time in Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. But he's on 230 million. The only flashing target here is ramps, and he needs another 4 ramps in order to qualify ramps to get him towards Cyborg multi-ball. So I'm guessing he's going to be trying to shoot ramps here, yeah. 2. Oh, unlucky. Yeah. I'm not quite sure why he didn't shoot the right round there, but he was obviously wanting to feed over to shoot the left again. Okay, so that's the end of that game. Very respectable scores from all players, so well done, guys. Okay, so hope you enjoyed that first game on Iron Maiden. The positions after that game are Robbie out in the lead with 4 points, Franck Bona with 2, Levente with 1, and Ben back on 0. So just to remind you, this event was in fact around 2 weeks ago. So this is a over-recording of the stream that was made back on the 22nd of June 2019. I'm Jim Lindsay from JDL Pinball. The players are all waiting to play their second game on The Walking Dead, so let's go over there. And Robbie is about to play. So, Walking Dead skill shot achieved by going over the lit rollover lights. And Robbie's first task will be completion of the targets here. Unfortunately gets a very quick left out lane drain. So no real progress made. Franck making some silly faces. Frank's a great performer. Regularly features on our streams. So let's see what progress Franck can make. So managing to miss the drop targets extremely well. Catches one there. So bash the well walker, which is another popular strategy of Franck. So he's already spelled well. Oh, unfortunately gets the drain, so just as he manages to start a mode, doesn't take advantage of that, but Well Walker is about ready to start. So Levente, let's see what he can do with ball 1. Levente is an amazingly skillful player, his flipper skills are awesome. Skill shot 400 million, 400,000, so would be quite nice. Skill shot to 400 million. So you see, all players have played this same strategy. The drop targets are where the points are. So that's the first set of drops completed. And he starts a mode called Barn by shooting up this shot here. And what he'll want to do now is repeatedly hit that shot. Okay. For increasing value points. Only drains. Okay, slight frustration there from Levente. resulting in a tilt. So Ben should now be waiting for that tilt ball to settle. You see many players will set a timer on their mobile phones. Ben clearly keen to get the game underway. Okay, so yeah, shooting for the drops, but then straight down the middle. That's yeah. Ben is having no luck in this final at all so far. So no real leader after ball one. Probably, if any, Franck, from the fact that he has well Walker multi-ball ready to go. Another drain, wow. So finishes ball 2 on less than 2 million. Okay, Franck can't believe it. So, second skill shot increases in value. So Franck goes back to well Walker, I think very wise. Oh, the trainer. I think Franck would have expected to catch that. He's not happy. Okay, so Levente seems to have disappeared. Yep, here he is now. Okay, so ball 2. Straight back for the drops, straight down the middle, gets the ball safe. Okay, that's, I think he was surprised to get that back. Post transfer, I guess, and back to the targets. Nope, shoots the prison. Okay. And clever backhand. This is typical Levente play. If one thing isn't working, try something else. So it now has another mode ready. So clearly playing for Bloodbath. If he gets all 3 of the food, weapons and first aid lights solid, then that enables Bloodbath multi-ball. But a little bit too much, therefore tilts. So really nothing in this game at the moment. Well, this is a game where you would expect really scores in excess of 100 million. quite a feel for Ben at the moment because I've been in this position a couple of times where you get through to a final and then somehow pinball skills suddenly desert you. And luck, of course, too. Okay, so Robbie gets lots of bonus multipliers. That tends to be just a matter of how it happens. Nobody would ever play for that. Definitely ran the risk of a tilt there. So he's shooting a little bit too early on that ramp, that target shot. So, okay, that gives him a mode, immediately into barn. And he needs to make this count. So second barn shot, 2.5 million. Third barn shot, 6.5 million. Okay, this is more like it. So starts multi-kill. Multi-kill, I believe, progresses you towards horde by lighting these targets, these indicators here. But you can see he's scoring very heavily just on the barn mode. Okay, and tilts. But yeah, a sort of respectable score, 57 million. So Robbie did well to recover himself from the first two balls. Okay, so let's see what Franck can do. As they as well, Walker almost ready to go. So you see him, yeah, straight into well. Okay, so that starts the multi-ball. So what he really wants now is a mode with this multi-ball, which he gets there. So that was a barn shot. So starts barn. So he's got barn now with multi-ball, which again should give him, oh, and then he drains. Wow. Ooh, that hurt. So barn's still running, so he can still get some points from barn, which he does. Post transfer, not too much. And this is untypical for Franck. He's normally a very, very accurate shot player. But starts multi-kill, so he's similar position to Robbie. Nice. Oh, and again, uncharacteristic. So I don't think he's done enough. 46 million. Okay, he seems to be relatively happy with that. But yeah, we've seen him get much, much bigger scores on this machine than 46 million. So, Levente. Spieler dry. Oops, straight down the middle. Won't be too concerned about that as long as it doesn't happen a second time. And that was going there, so that's why he made the big move to save the ball. He had nothing to lose there with the score he was on. So, take a minute, focus. His prison stage 1 is ready to go. He's, I think, one set of drop targets away from bloodbath. So he's here, another very, very good save. But he's virtually nothing left on his tilt, I would guess. So post transfer, take the last target. Yep, there he goes. So bloodbath is now lit. He needs to knock the drop targets down again to start it. So that's where he's going. That was dangerous. So just about there, one more target I think. Okay, so that's bloodbath started, and now we'll shoot for prison. So while playing bloodbath multi-ball, he'll also be clearing the prison yard. So gaining shots to lots of shots. During bloodbath, the drop targets score addable, so something again players will play for during the bloodbath. So you would expect Levente to really rack up the score in this position. I think he's one more shot to prison before he starts prison multi-ball. Okay, one more. Okay, so now he has bloodbath and prison running together. So knowing Levente will now get back under control. Okay, so still in 3-ball play. Okay, so back from my wonderful game on Nitro Ground Shaker, which I actually won. Amazing. So we're here with the second game of the final on Walking Dead. Levente playing an extremely good strategy game here, played for prison and bloodbath together. He's already in first place, very likely to score very heavily with this strategy. Oh, so nearly in first place. Okay. So, okay, with Bona still definitely be there as long as he doesn't tilt. He won't stop at that because obviously player 4 is capable of easily catching 57 million. You really would expect scores higher than this on a final, 100, at least 100 million. So, okay, I very nearly tilted away that bonus. That would have probably been second place. So, hi to everybody. We've got 81 viewers at the moment. Hope you're enjoying the stream. For those who've joined late, I'm playing in a second tournament that's been held here today, which is currently on round 7. So only able to join you in between the rounds. We are working carefully, closely together with the tournament director in order to make this work, but it does mean leaving you without commentary for some of the finals. Apologies there. So Ben Moser looks like he's playing for Prison, which from 4 million is probably not going to be enough. I think he's just trying to get some points on the board, get a bit of play time. A bit of ball time is always good on machines. Dad's back off the mic. Yeah, okay. Sorry again, guys. It's only because there's so much background noise that it feels like you need to be close to it. Okay, no idea what happened there. We seem to lose the cam, but it's back again. So, yeah, that eventually drains. I don't think it... Okay, so here we are back at the desk after that second game on Walking Dead. And the scores now, after Levente winning that second game, Robbie is still out in first place with 6 points. Levente, though, now second with 5, Franck on 3, and Ben on 0. Just to remind everybody that this event was recorded on the 22nd of June 2019 at Bulls and Balls Fulda, where I was not able to commentate, and therefore I'm doing an over commentary for the benefit of the finalists today. And you can see from another view that I am actually in our pinball lounge back at home, but with the trickery of a program called XSplit VCAM, I can make it look like I'm still at the venue in Fulda. So let's go now to the third and final game of the final, where Franck Bona is getting ready to play Doctor Who, and there's conversation going on here in French between Franck and Levente. Levente from Switzerland is multilingual English, German, French. So, yeah. Amazing. So, Doctor Who. Doctor Who is a game with many strategies. The strategies are, in a way, defined by the choice of Doctor 1 to 7 on the back glass. Most players will choose Doctor 6, which basically gives you a double advance on the playfield multiplier. So let's see what Levente picks, and that will give us a clue as to the strategy that he intends to play. So also a bit of tutorial going on for Ben's benefit, I guess. So probably which Doctor to choose, what shots to play if he doesn't know this machine, which is possible. So, okay, yeah, Doctor 6, which is the normal shot. So Levente will now be trying to shoot up here, called the H shot, the H in Who, WHO, and then around the loops. Okay, so keep repeating this, and each one will give you 2 playfield multiplier advances, and when you get to the 10th loop you get something called the sonic boom, which Levente, sorry, just but it'll go back at the same principle, but now unfortunately an out lane drain. Okay, so 13 million, a good start. The looping strategy is where a lot of the big points are in Doctor Who. So Robbie Sutter, yeah, he plays. It's actually a clever strategy to hit the escape targets while the ball save is on. But he's not going to get that back. The ball save on this machine is very, very short. So yeah, disappointing ball for Robbie. But early days. Right, not quite sure what Franck was playing there. But he needs to get control of the ball. Okay, so loops, yeah. And straight out, so yeah. Didn't seem to manage to get control of the ball, to quote a well-known pinball machine. So Ben, let's see how the tutorial from Levente will help him. He chooses Doctor 3, which is it's a strange choice, but I know why, so I'll try and explain that in a bit. Okay. Unfortunate drain, trying to get control, but unfortunately straight down the middle. The gap between the flippers on Doctor Who is huge. Okay, so Levente back up. Levente, if you remember, is on, I think, loop 8 or loop 9 towards his sonic boom. So we'll try and get to see the first one of those. So selects Doctor 3, which is, I think, more score, because he's already completed Doctor 6, so he doesn't need to do it again. Okay, so that's loop 9, that's loop 10, sonic boom is the W, then the H, and then the O. Unfortunately, he didn't get that, so let me show you the score on the W. 40 million, yeah? Okay. So, pretty tremendous scoring ability. That's because he's on 4 times playfield. Okay, so let's check Levente's score at this stage. If he 58 million, so you see quite an advancement there. He would have had another 80 million had he hit the other 2 shots in the sonic boom. So, once you've got a strategy, stay with it. Okay. So, 16, 17, okay, keep control. Nice. Okay, so 20 is the next sonic boom. Okay, doesn't get the W. Okay. But nice play, yeah. Oh, he does get it. Okay, so there must be quite a grace period on there. So okay, that was the full 120 million for the second sonic boom. That's excellent. So now on 237 million. That's an impressive score for a final. I'm not sure whether he's trying to. He's lighting his escape letters for video mode. Okay. So, excellent second ball from Levente. Finishes on 241 million. Nice. Okay, a few people in the background there. Stefan Herold. Oops, missed that guy. If I could remember his name. From Belgium. A good friend of mine. And this is Jürgen Ostermeier, the father of Johannes Ostermeier. Okay, so Robbie also going for the loops. Just not quite getting the final shot. Okay, but see the Who shots themselves give you quite a few million points, but nothing compared to the sonic booms. And his playfield multiplier is now down to 1.5 times, so he needs to get that built back up. Sonic boom time. Oh, and that was unfortunate. So, 41 million. Really 100 million is a sort of target score for Doctor Who in tournaments. I say there are many different strategies. So more time for Who is Doctor 3. Nice backhand. Oh, straight power drain. Not nice, Frank. The pinball gods are not with him. Absolutely great player, of course, Frank. Yeah. No stranger to Folder. He comes to visit us very, very regularly. So Ben, with 481,000, everything to do. Let's see what strategy he picks here. So it looks like he was shooting for the lock shot at the top there. Looks like he's trying to play the multi-ball strategy. So, okay, if he does, then that gives us an opportunity to explain it. He needs to lock the second ball here, and then the whole of this transporter will raise. So let's see if we get to that. The playfield multiplier is actually still very important because it multiplies the jackpots of the multi-ball. So back to Levente, ball 3. Either banter or strategic discussion going on there, not sure which. Okay, so lose the ball, but just within the ball save time. I'd say only just. That's now he's actually okay. He's still playing the Who strategy, which is probably wise, but he's only one target here off escape, which is the video mode. Okay, so unfortunately he drains, but that's an excellent score from Levente, 258 million. That's going to take some catching, but if anybody can do it, it's the people that are going to follow him. So Robbie Sutter fighting because currently he's in first place, but if Levente wins this game, he will obviously take the final. So the just not quite going up. So okay, that's the last of Robbie Sutter's balls. So at the moment he's in second place on this. But actually I don't think this affects anything. I think unless Franck could get past Levente, that's the only way the positions I think can change. Or Ben, of course, if Ben were to get past Levente. You know, these players are capable of doing 100 of these loops one after another, so you can never actually count them out on a game. So backhand again. Still trying it. So obviously Franck at the moment trying to catch Robbie's score to get into second position, but gets another drain. So the final ball of this final. So let's see what Ben can do to get himself back into contention. If he were to take first place, he would of course come third. He's playing number 7, which is the multi-ball mode, but you don't actually play 7 until you've locked both balls. I'll explain that in a minute. If he gets the second lock. Okay, so you see now the transporter comes up. That exposes this row of 5 targets. He has to hit those enough times to complete this grid of lights. And because he's got Dr. 7 here, then each hit gives him 3 lights, I believe. Yep, completes a row. So he's only got this side to get here. Okay, and there the transporter's up. He shot the centre, which basically enables the Kaiser Dalek, Master Dalek, for 50 million. But to get that, he has to shoot all 3 of these gates. He only has this one left. He already had these 2. So that gives him the 50 million, which is great. So he's now, I think, in second place on this game. And then he has to hit them again in order to get the transporter to race for a second time. But okay, that was nice in that it gave a demonstration of the multi-ball strategy in Doctor Who. So thank you very much for that, Ben. Okay, so that concludes the final game. The positions at the end of that: Levente took first place with 9 points, Robert Sutter second with 7 points, Franck Bona third with 3 points, and Ben with 2 points. So thank you to the finalists, thank you to you all for watching. We are next going to see the presentation ceremony with a few thank yous being given by our tournament director Toby from the stage in Bulls and Balls folder. I hope you enjoy that. And we will be streaming next in October back at Bulls and Balls for the Midsummer Tournament. Please follow us on Facebook. You will get notifications of our next stream. If you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me on Twitch. That would be very much appreciated. Okay, so goodbye for now, and I'll leave you with the presentation ceremony. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Good morning. First question. Anyone here has birthday today? Next year. Okay. All right. Good morning and welcome to the last day of the IFPA Pinball Olympic 2019. Finally! Brought home the Maiden, last two tournaments today, and then we had it. First of all, we have to say thanks, a big thanks to all the to Jens. Yay! Not that loud. No. First of all, of course, a big thanks to Matthias, Patricia, Marvin, and the crew who built up this location here. Even created better and better with this location, with the new room, and so on and so on. It's getting, every time I visit Fulda here, it's getting more and more awesome. It's absolutely incredible. A big thanks. Please clap your hands. I can't hear you. Come on! Thank you. Then again, we make it all together. A big thanks again to Stefan Riedler for bringing all the pinball machines to Pinball Universe, of course. And to Erne and, of course, to Adjonka also for the support. Thanks to Matthew and Franck for supporting me with scorekeeping and organizing everything. Also to Robbie, big thanks. Without, it's not, yesterday someone told me, oh, it's a one-man show, and it's not a one-man show. Without this team, it weren't possible to do this all. Big thanks. Stop. Yesterday, the opportunity was given to do the first live commentary for the final. Absolute outstanding experience. Thanks for that. Last week I watched the first videos, the first streamings here from the finals with a microphone stand, with 3 Logitech cameras, with 300 pixels without any light. And that was good 3 years ago. Now we have that tower with tons of cameras, with equipment. It's mind-blowing. To Dina and Jim, absolutely amazing. A big thanks for the stream. I think during the next few days they will upload everything on YouTube. You find it in the Flipper Market, JBL, Pinball. You find it with the commentaries and so on, the final rounds, the qualification rounds, and so on, as usual. Okay. A big thanks to anyone I forget for the support here and the no. Where's Kim? Kim is repairing that. So we have to no. A big thanks to Kim who keeps these pinball machines alive so we can finish the 4 days here. He's a bit more weight, so we have to clap a bit louder now. All right, then we have several winners from yesterday, from the Swiss tournament, the Swiss Moser tournament, and the group match play. First of all, the Swiss tournament, the big applause for the 4th ranked player goes to Ben Moser. And on stage I need Mr. Franck Bona, Mr. Sutter, and Mr. Tregova. Röbi. Alright, on rank 3, after playing The Walking Dead and Doctor Who, we have Mr. Franck Bona. Röbi. Second place, Robert Sutter. And as usual, at the end, quality counts. The winner of the Swiss Mode tournament, Levente. Franck can play. Alright, and then we had the group match play final results. We have on place number 4, Stefan Hensch. Louder, come on. And on stage I need Jakob Schiplinski, Dani Sari und Bart Vollmann. The first medal, the bronze one, goes to Poland, to Mr. Jakob Schiplinski. The second place and the second medal goes to Dani Sari. And the winner, Flight Dutchman. It's the winner of the group match play tournament. It's Bart Vollmann.
C'est fromage.
All right. And before I explain the timetable for today, also a big thanks to all you players for the trust. Without you we can't play here. The IFPA Pinball Olympics was sold out after 50 seconds, and after 3 minutes I had a waiting list from about 50 players. Absolutely awesome. A big thanks to you for keeping it.